right, Ken Riehl of the Chamber of Commerce. Fire away. You had some things you wanted to share.
Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Heather. It's great to see you guys, albeit long distance. What a crazy, crazy time
Yeah.
we're all living in right now. It's unbelievable, unimaginable. And everybody's adjusting. Everyone's adapting, and certainly we are as well. You know, as our mission is to serve our business and especially our small business community and the community at large, we've entirely shifted over our program of work and our priority and focusing on COVID-19 and what can we do to help out the small business community and the residents around the region. And so my team is all working virtually. You can see that, as am I. This is not the chamber office. This is it's a converted laundry room. But you do what you got to do, right? And so I've got 5 people out there working virtually with me, and all we do is COVID-19. And so the information, as you know, as everybody knows, is coming fast and furious, and literally has been changing by the hour. And now it's the rate of change is slowing down a little bit with the stimulus package announced and people digesting it. And so what we do is we put out a daily update, and we've been doing that for almost the past 3 weeks every day. And we've dedicated a page on our website just to COVID-19 information, especially for our small businesses, but also for the restaurants. There is not only is there the CDC and Fed and state information, all the small business programs, but we have a lot of information there specifically about our small businesses themselves, what they're doing to adapt, and what their offerings are. For example, the banks, our service providers, and even those in hospitality, specifically the restaurants. We have an extensive list of restaurants, those that are open and doing takeout and delivery, and trying to support those businesses as they're able just to survive during this very challenging period. So all of that information is on our website, capeandchamber.com. That's available to anybody in the world, literally. We are not exclusive on any of our work and never have been. So the daily goes out to our members, but all the information, including those daily emails, are on our website. And I encourage everybody to check that out to see what's going on, not only with the programs, but what's happening with our small businesses around Cape Ann and the broader north of Boston region.
Yeah, and Ken, I've been getting those newsletters and checking out the website, and cheers to you guys. It's so thorough. I mean, you really have as much ground as you could possibly cover in there every day.
Yeah, thanks, Corey. You know, it's a fine line, because on the one hand, you want it to be as digestible as possible, but on the other hand, there's so much information, there's so much going on, especially with our individual small businesses, that we want to tell our members and the community about, to help those businesses out and to offer those services to the community as a whole. And so there's a lot more information, you know, in our newsletter and on the website that are in most other summaries, which you can imagine that a lot of our time is just taking in all of this information from the feds, from the state, and then locally from all of our businesses and the chambers of commerce and the other business organizations around the region. Our emails are absolutely overflowing with information all to do with COVID-19, and that is our focus. We're just 100% trying to get this information understood and then back out there to the benefit of our members and the community. And specifically with regard to small businesses, I want to emphasize 2 things, and hopefully our small businesses are really getting the message now, because I'm seeing this in a lot of places, but there's 2 main programs that we want our businesses to take advantage of. One is called the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, EIDL. And every small business that is impacted in any way by COVID-19 should apply for an EIDL. The amount actually is not even asked for as part of the very much streamlined loan process right now, but there's a $10,000 advance that will be determined by the SBA as to who will get that or what portion of that. And they are being very flexible in review of those applications. The applications are so streamlined, they take not more than 15 minutes, literally, to fill it out. And everybody, all small businesses, should fill it out, even those that are consultants and contract workers. Go in and fill that out. And there's information on our website and on the SBA website and many others for that. And the second program is what's called the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP. It was talked about last night by the president and his administration, and that is now formally rolled out through the local banks. And all of our local banks as SBA partners will carry the program and can provide the detailed information as to how small businesses apply. So as you can imagine, that the banks right now are also overwhelmed with questions, but all the information is there. And the good news is, again, there's forgiveness on 2.5 times your average payroll costs for up to 2 months time. And so there's significant money that could be granted as part of that program as well. The main requirement is that you need to hold on to your employees for those 2 months. And so if your employees are furloughed, you can bring them back. You're not ineligible, but it means that basically we want to get people off of unemployment and back with the businesses so that when we open back up, the businesses have their employees. They haven't scattered. And I think that's a great program. It's a great way to try to retain our workforce when we do open back up. So that's a mouthful. I'll stop talking there.
No, that's really cool.
Ken, have you gotten any kind of, Heather was asking me before we went on too, are you getting any feedback from the businesses on how they're actually doing right now? I mean, a lot of publicity wise, you see the takeout and delivery options, but I mean, even small retail, any vibe at all?
Lousy to terrible.
Yeah.
The hospitality industry is crushed. The restaurants, those of them that offer takeout, again, that they're able to do that, but they're not making any money. They're basically just surviving. And the rest of the hospitality industry, with a few exceptions of essential classified accommodations, and those descriptions have changed as well. With a few exceptions, the hospitality industry is shut down. And so when we think about Cape Ann and how our visitor-based economy has become such an important part of who we are and what we do, it's a significant economic impact to us locally. And that flows down into all of our service businesses and all the support businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So, the businesses that right now that are doing well, albeit, at very high risk and they're heroes, is the healthcare industry and food services. And that's allowing the rest of us to get through this crisis. And hopefully we'll be coming out the other side in a month or few. Nobody really knows. Everyone's just waiting to see when the curve rolls over.
Right.
Right.
Well, I can help any way I can, Ken. We're all in the same boat here.
Yeah.
We're taking on a lot of water, but.
Well, I appreciate that, Corey and Heather. You guys are doing a great job, getting the message out and doing updates like this, regularly. It's really important that we all stay in touch, and it's hard to do that these days. Technology is terrific. I've become just knowledgeable enough on Zoom to be very dangerous, but we're doing board meetings and other meetings on Zoom with 25 participants, and that's a challenge, but use it. Use the technology. You have virtual dinners with your family from around the country and around the world. That's a lot of fun. We've done that. Use the technology to stay in touch, because you don't want to completely isolate yourself from the outside world.
So Ken, any particularly great takeout you've had recently?
I'll tell you, I live in Essex, and we try to mix it up a little bit. So in fact, we just went to the Windward just a few days ago, and it was fantastic. So I go to our website again, capeannchamber.com. There's a big red COVID-19 button there, And that takes you to the page. And we have listings of all of our businesses, including our restaurants. In fact, I think it was on Good Morning Gloucester as well today. Take a look at that list. It's extensive. There's a lot of businesses, a lot of restaurants especially, that are still serving.
Well, we'll be in touch, Ken, and as the saga continues,
Indeed.
and hopefully we get some good news coming up in the next few days.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Corey. Thank you, Heather.
Thanks for your time, Ken.
All right, you guys take care.